welcome to the first in our series of tutorial videos focused on Synoptic Data Viewer. The Data Viewer is intended to lower the barriers to accessing all the publicly available data Synoptic aggregates and facilitate data consumption by the community and Synoptic customers in support of situational awareness and data discovery. In this first video, I'll give a brief overview of the components and features that make up the Data Viewer, and then in later videos we'll take deeper dives into the functionality of each. Now, Synoptic aggregates station-based weather data from more than 140,000 stations around the globe. One of our primary goals with the Data Viewer is to facilitate easy access to all of these public data across our entire period of record in an easy-to-use interface. And so when you first visit the application, you're presented with an introductory slide or a couple of slides that talk a little bit about the purpose of the viewer, navigation, some features. These are the things that we'll discuss here briefly in this video. So we have three primary ways in the Data Viewer to consume or view the data. The first is the Explore page, which is the map-based page that allows you to get an overview of conditions in your spatial area of interest or geographic area of interest. And you can drill down into single stations to look at time series plots, overview of conditions, and a little bit of information about the station itself. The table page presents reports for a single station in tabular format. It's great if you want to drill down into time series of reports or look at a summary of the weather data for a single station over time. The graphing page is our tool to support time series analysis of both multiple variables for a single station if you wanted to compare variables at a single station, or compare multiple stations for a single variable. And we're continuing to develop other tools as well in the application. We're working on dashboarding right now. We want to make sure that the features that we do develop are very much in response to community and customer input. An important feature about the viewer is that every state that you can generate in the viewer is fully reproducible by the URL. So that supports sharing or bookmarking if you want to bookmark pages yourself. In the top right-hand corner here of the application, there's a refresh button to refresh the page. We really value customer and community feedback. So please, if you do take the viewer for a test drive, we very much appreciate hearing from you about your opinions, the things that work, the things that don't. That is great guidance for us as we mature the application. We have functionality to save any state that you generate in the viewer to your favorites library. Just click favorites, enter a name, you can save it, and then those favorites are available in your favorites library. And lastly, global settings. There are a number of settings that you may want to persist across sessions if you leave the application and revisit at a later time. Those can all be set in the global settings, and that's what we'll talk about next in our tutorial series.